Mim. Today we're looking at a few products from the Balm. Now they only carry makeup, but they do have a pretty nice selection overall. Also, they have such creative packaging, whether you like it or not. It seems to be very tongue-in-cheek and themed after the 50s. These are my honest thoughts about the products, and I tend to be just a little picky. First off, I have a tinted moisturizer called Balm Shelter. It retails at $25 in the United States with 1.98 ounces. Like many tinted moisturizers, this one does contain SPF, specifically 18 SPF. Also, there are only 7 shades and they honestly don't go that deep. I got my shade in lighter than light because I'm practically a ghost. Now it is a tinted moisturizer, so it does go on pretty sheer. And that is pretty light, but it blends in pretty well. And I do have a lot of redness and it shows. Like, you can really see it on my chin a lot. You can kind of see it on my neck. However, if you do want something that's easy and fast, this works really well for that. It also worked pretty well with other products from various other brands. And if you do use your fingers to apply it, it will kind of leave your fingers a little oily and waxy feeling. Kind of greasy. Not the best feeling, but I just wash it off pretty quickly, since if I'm using this for a no makeup day. My skin does tend to look a little more luminescent if I use this without any powder, which I found that I can actually use it without any powder, thankfully. And overall, I would recommend it. I think it's a pretty good little product, especially if you're going for that really light look, no makeup day. Next is a seemingly popular product from the Balm, Hot Mama. It retails at $20 in the US with 0.25 ounces. Opening the product, you can see that it does have a bit more shimmer to it. I didn't notice it a whole lot so much on me, but then again, I also pack on the highlighter a little bit. But if you do like a more matte look, I would maybe not recommend this one. You can even see in swatches, it's pretty shiny. I don't know if you can tell. I think it's quite a beautiful shade that could work on so many skin tones. It does look a little dark on me. It looks like I packed on my blush like crazy. So if you are super pale like I am, maybe tone it down or find a different blush. It also goes on so well and easy. Like, you don't really have to put a whole lot on your brush for it to go on, and it stays on all day long. Would I recommend it? I would. I really like it. I think it looks quite pretty, even though I apparently need to tone it down. It went on really well and it stayed on all day long. Now we have the liquid eyeshadow. It retails at $14 in the US with 0.15 ounces. It also comes in 6 shades. The one I have is in Rosé. It's a really pretty color and it goes on really easily. Yeah, it's really pretty. I really only needed to dip back in the product once to coat both my eyes. And if you want to smoke it out a little bit, it doesn't spread easily, not with a brush. Once you put it on, it kind of looks more like a cut crease kind of look that you're going for. Mine did stay on for quite a while without creasing. I could see with possibly maybe darker shades where it would look like it's creasing more. This one is pretty light. Now, I have to warn you, this burnt my eyes. This burnt my eyelids. It burnt for about 30 minutes each time I tried it on, and I only tried it on twice, but it burnt. Eventually it did go away, but it left me a little concerned, so I stopped using it, which is why I'm not wearing it today. And guys, you gotta be careful with your eyes. They're sensitive little things. Keep that in mind anytime you're using any makeup product or skincare product. Never gonna recommend a product that burnt my eyes personally. I can recommend this eyeshadow palette. It wasn't one of the ones that I was trying out for the video. I've had this one for a while and I actually wore it on my wedding day. It's an all matte palette with some really nice and beautiful neutral tones with some really gorgeous warm tones. Here, I'll swatch it up for you a little bit. It blends out really nicely. It's a really good neutral look. Now, most of the shades do perform well. The more purpley plum shade, not so well. You can get it to work because I am wearing it on my lid today, but all the shades can be a little patchy. You do have to work with them. But overall, they're really beautiful tones, and I would recommend this to anyone. And the next product is the Schwing Eyeliner. It retails at $17 in the US with 0.05 ounces. It does contain denatured alcohol if that does concern you. It almost has one of those brush applicators, although I do believe it is felt. You can see it against my pale face. The liner goes on so easily and doesn't feather. It's very liquidy. I did have a lot of problems with it staying in my inner corner, especially today when I was putting it on. As you can see, I have my eye was a lot redder earlier, but you can tell that I've been having problems. I had to redo these areas twice because it didn't dry and it kept running on down there. Now, whenever it does dry, it leaves it a little bit shiny. It's not as matte as I would like it. And once it is dry, it does stay on all day long. Is it the best liner? No. Would I recommend it? If you're maybe more skilled at it and more patient, I would recommend it. But for me personally, I'm probably not going to use this much anymore. Finally, I have the Balm, which says that it is a lip stain. It retails at $14 US with 0.22 ounces. There are 8 shades, and I chose Salute with an exclamation point at the end. There aren't that many deep or unconventional colors. They tend to stay pretty neutral and rosy toned and red toned in these shades. But I gotta say, this color is gorgeous. And for someone who is in love with all lip products, I actually didn't have this color in my collection. Surprise. It did take me a few dips into the product to completely coat both of my lips, and it looks shiny, kind of like a gloss. It's a very forgiving formula in the sense that you don't have to apply it perfectly for it to look good. Not like a liquid lipstick where you have that straight line, and if you get wobbly, it's ruined. Now, I found that this doesn't stay on all day, at least on me. Sorry, I had to readjust the camera, it was falling. And I'm not sure if it was just me or this shade, but it didn't seem to stain like it claimed it would. It did leave my lips dry at the end of the day. I end up having to use a lip scrub at the end, like I would with a liquid lip. For all that, I probably wouldn't recommend this shade. While it is absolutely beautiful, and I probably will continue wearing it, I do think there are better formulas out there. So there you have it, 5 of the Balm products plus one little bonus product. I try to get a nice little variety of products, some face, some eyes, one lip. I try to limit my lip purchases. And they do seem to have a pretty good selection of products. While the brand doesn't seem to be hit or miss for me, I don't feel as though any of their products are a smash hit. But let me know what other brands I should take a look at. I plan on doing a series where I review 5 products that I've never tried before and try to get a wide variety from the brand to try to get an idea of whether they're really worth it or not, and whether they should step up their game. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!